Nicky Hawkins, outside the London Stadium, West Ham Fan TV, back once again for a post-match reaction, which replaces the post-match pint on a weekday. Let's go through the starting lineup with you, I suppose.
Well, I've got to do the Scott bit of it.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
You're on that side.
Adrian in goal. We had Ogbonna, Collins and Rice centre halves. Byram, Creswell wing backs. Zaba, Noble and João Mario in the middle. And Hernandez up front. And who else have I missed out? Chiarte in the middle, yeah. Got there in the end.
All things considering, boys, I'll be honest, I thought it was a decent performance.
Yeah, it's one of the better games I've seen over in a little while. Good to see Mario start. I thought he looked really solid today.
Well, if Mario didn't start, you might have had to put your boots on.
Mate, that'd have been fun. No, but honestly, I mean, when you turn up and you've got, what was it, 7 defenders starting, and you just think, oh, we're going to sit back with their attacking players they've got, you think it's just going to be one of them games where we're going to sit back and just hope for a draw. And I thought we played well. I thought we attacked them well. I mean, Creswell down the left, Byram down the right. I think Noble and Mario sitting in the middle, allowing Chiarte to burst forward, because that's the best I've seen him play in a long time. It was like the old Chiarte, you know, just getting his head down and running.
Got a knock on the head.
Yeah. But knocking back into 2014.
But it did look, I noticed like when we would defend, like when they had the ball, we was obviously worried about Townsend and Zaha's pace, because we was it was almost a 5, wasn't it? We were dropping Byram and Creswell back to sort of try and counter the pace down the wings, which I thought, you know, worked really well.
The only thing I couldn't complain about tonight, everything considered, because I thought we was in an ascendancy, is the goal. I thought it was a very poor goal to concede. Left Benteke sitting on his own. It was just a bit of miscommunication.
I'll be honest, mate, I think it was a good goal by Palace. I mean, Townsend done well down the right, put in a lovely ball. And listen, Benteke, he's had a bad spell, but he is a good player, you know, and he's there and he's beat Collins to the ball. And look, to be fair, down the other end, we could have been 1-0 up if it weren't for a great tackle from Tompkins, because Hernandez was just getting ready. If he had been a little bit sharper, he might have put that in.
When that move started, it looked like he had a couple of yards on Tompkins. Tompkins made the ground up really well. Like I say, it was a good knock away. But like I say, Hernandez was a little bit more commitment in there. It might have got in front.
To be honest with you, mate, I thought he looked sharp tonight.
He did.
I thought he'd done a few things well. He left fucking Tompkins on his arse at one point.
Yeah, Tompkins ended up going up KFC to get something to eat because he just left him. But no, look, the thing was with Hernandez, we need him. We'd be silly to let him go. I don't think we will let him go, because it looks like Ayu's going to go. So we need him, but listen, we need reinforcements. Carroll's out, Sakho's gone, Ayew looks like he's going. We can't just rely on Hernandez to be fit for the rest of the season.
It's all last minute, and it's all down to the last few hours, last day of the transfer window. We still haven't brought anyone in.
Do you know what? I've been waiting to get into this for a couple of days, mate. After the Wigan debacle.
Did they mention Noble's penalty?
Of course, yeah, of course. You do not see Mark Noble miss penalties. Simple as that. So it was a stonewall penalty.
No, it was. Great work by Hernandez.
I thought it was a great pen.
Yeah, listen, like you said, you're always confident when Noble's stepping up. I mean, I've only ever seen, I think he's missed twice, maybe 3 times, but look, he's a great penalty taker. Like I said, we've been spoilt down the years with great penalty takers at this club. And listen, he was a proper captain tonight. He was putting in tackles, putting them in on Zaha, because listen, he's a nuisance, isn't he? But he's always one of them players you think, right, he's going to do something now, something's going to happen. But he don't like getting tackled, and they worked that out after 2 minutes. All of
up on him.
Yeah, who's the one? What's his name? Sakho went off injured, walked back on, fell back on the floor, time wasting. And we deserve to get the equaliser after that, because they was time wasting. I mean, they're 1-0 up. Yeah, they could have gone for it. The Palace could have gone for it tonight and maybe nicked a win. But
do you think we settled for a draw in the end? Both teams.
I think after I think maybe they heard about the Swansea result. I don't know.
Maybe when that 3-minute scoreboard went up, maybe they just thought, oh, let's just take the point. But I thought if we'd have had a stronger bench to bring someone else on, even like Ayew or Sakho, you know, it might have been a different story. But look, it's a good point. I think that puts us 10th now in the table.
Second half, lovely header from Hernandez, wasn't it? Good
I think we had the chances to win it, but I want to get into this transfer thing because I am fucking
fuming, aren't you?
No, I am angry, mate. And you might have seen my video that I done yesterday. Very calm, very collected. I didn't even swear.
No. Well done.
Inviting the board, of course, to come on. Eat one of them. Wrigley's Extra. Listen. I've got my look. I'm not going to push my opinion to the hill, right? Because I have my own opinions, and I know you have your own opinion, and I know you have your own opinion. So I don't want to use this platform to push my own opinion too much. But I'll tell you something now. The way this club is run is a shambles. What I saw at Wigan was I'll tell you what. We get a lot of bad press at this club, our fans. We get. I think it was last season against Crystal Palace that the Sun started reporting that we was fighting amongst our own fans when they were trying to take the drum off the Crystal Palace fans. They always are quick to attack us, right? Now, I was at Wigan. I was outside in the car park. I see the tail end of what was going on. And all this stuff that's come out about there was 50 fans surrounding him shouting. I mean, look, I'll tell you what, I was at West Brom, right? The day when he did get a rash, yeah, when we lost 4-0, yeah.
That was another FA Cup defeat, wasn't it?
Another FA Cup defeat. I was there, 4-0, he left early, he got hounded out of the stadium. I was the first one to say, that's out of order. Geezer's a 65, 66, 67, whatever he was, year old man then, that's out of order. That wasn't the case here. He walked out, there was a few fans asking him some bits and pieces about players. One of them asked him about John Joe Shelvey. He said he weren't good enough. Yeah, they was talking to him. They was just talking to him, asking him, "Who are we going to bring in? What's the plans?" Blah, blah. He walked away. Him and David Gold. Next day, Sky and Talksport are reporting a 50 fans surrounding him. He's doing all he can and all that. Tell me now that the club didn't plant that to make us look bad. Yeah, and if that is the case, mate. That is one of the worst things ever, and I think the geezer should walk away from the club.
Honest, Jim White didn't help the situation as well. He's another over-the-top geezer. He does it on Sky, you know. He's hyped on the old transfer deadline day. Ever since that, he thinks he's bigger and better than what he is. He's just another person that just reports crap. You know, he wasn't there. You know, I think a West Ham fan went straight on Talksport and put him straight. Who was there? Like, you're right. It is like the media.
About 10 fans or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, it is like, you do feel sometimes that the media have got it in for us, but look, I mean...
But he's the one instigating it now, right? The chairman of this football club.
He don't help himself, mate. He really don't help himself, and for him to come out and even if John Joe Shelvey, he shouldn't be turning around and saying he's not good enough. He's not good enough for West Ham when he's looking at what we've got on the pitch, like on the bench tonight. No disrespect to Reece Oxford, but look, my feelings to Reece Oxford is I think he's a bit overhyped. He's a good player, but he's not Premier League quality. He's got a lot to learn. He's got an attitude to lose as well. And like Josh Cullen, good player for the future, but I said to you earlier, didn't I? We overhype our youngsters too much, and when they get chucked in, they're not as good as we think they are.
It's because we were spoiled in the past with the likes of Carrick and Cole and all that, and we want it to be that way again. So when we do get someone who's half decent, it's like, you know, when you have an half decent English player come through, and all of a sudden, they're worth 20 mil, or they're going straight into the England side. We're so desperate for the youngsters to come through that I think we just don't.
Look, I want Reece Oxford to succeed. I think he's could be a good player, but he's not ready for Premiership football yet. And the thing is, we need to strengthen, and why leave it now? We've got, what, less than 24 hours now to do it. Why weren't we out on the 1st of January lining up 2 or 3 players? What are we going to get now? I mean, they're talking about this Smolov, the Russian striker. How the hell are we going to get a deal like that done without international clearance, a medical, and everything done? Like, that should have been done weeks ago.
It's annoying me now. You look, West Brom's gone out and got Sturridge, like Watford has signed Defoe. Yeah, so we're faffing about.
Players in positions that we need. And this is the thing, right? Someone said to me today, why would Sturridge choose... Look, whoever says things like, why would Sturridge choose West Brom over West Ham, what the fuck do they think we are, honestly? You said it earlier, they got spoiled with 1 season at the Bowling. Look, we're in the same boat as West Brom. We're in the same boat as Watford. We're in the same boat as Newcastle. Don't put us above them. Don't say, why would they choose? I'll tell you why they wouldn't choose us over them. For one, they'll have to have the fucking choice. Because it doesn't look like... Look, I'm not going to say this as a matter of fact, yeah? But it looks like we haven't gone out and tried to get him.
Knowing Alan Pardew, he would have spoke to Daniel Sturridge and he'd have made him feel like he's got everything, like the world, we love you at West Brom, coming out, he's got family. So look, if we would have tried for him and he'd have chose West Brom for family reasons, then you've got to hold your hands up. But yeah, I mean,
the effort to go and buy him.
We've got a player like him, I mean,
knocking around.
Yeah, knocking around. And then, like, I mean, this, what's his name, Dendoncker. I mean, we ain't going to get him. We're leaving these deals too late. If anything is going to happen tomorrow, it's going to be a last-minute loan deal from probably a Premier League team. I mean, they was talking about Giroud. I mean, come on. I can see why Chelsea wouldn't want to loan him to, why Arsenal wouldn't want to loan him to Chelsea. But no way is he going to come to West Ham. We've got to start like living in the real world here. You know, we've had ages to do this. We've had months to get deals done, and we've left it once again to the last minute. And listen, if we'd have lost here tonight and we lose to Brighton on Saturday, you're back down now. Swansea won tonight. All right, Huddersfield lost, but 2 wins, 2 losses, mate, and you're down now.
So I was saying the other week, wasn't it? You're 2 wins away from being 8th, or you're 2 defeats away from being in.
About Schneiderlin at Everton, £20 million. This Fulham midfielder, not proven in the Premier League. Kearney. They've offered 14 million. Fulham want 40 million. I don't know where they're, but he's their player. They can demand whatever they want.
For promotion, I think they're quite out of
Yeah.
Why are they going to sell us one of their best players when they're pushing for promotion?
Look, at the end of the day, mate, I think it's a disgrace. I think why can't we spend any money? That's the thing that concerns me the most. It doesn't seem like we can spend any money.
That's the worrying thing, mate, is that we haven't really spent any money, and they're saying there is no money when they promised David Moyes 30 million. So where's that 30 million gone? Where's that gone? Yeah, it's worrying, mate, because you think, are they just going to scrape past this season? And
they are. That's what they do every year. Why? But that's the thing, right? If they're going to keep on doing that, why do we keep on buying season tickets? Why do we keep on buying shirts and coming over here? No, but is it fair though, is it? That you're pumping money into this club? They moved us away from the Boleyn to come to here on the promise that we was going to get decent, world-class. We can't even put 11 players in the team.
Coming off the back of that Boleyn season, that is the only time I've seen in West Ham's recent history that we had a chance to really build. Move here, we had Payet. He was one of the hottest players in Europe at the time. Had a great Euros. All right, he was unsettled, but if we'd have gone out and signed,
shown the ambition,
Payet would have thought, all right, I'll stay for another year, see how it goes. But we didn't. We didn't do nothing, and we end up letting him go for peanuts. Which it was peanuts. He was the best player, one of the best players in Europe at the time, and we let him go. And then we've just gone backwards. We seem like we're going backwards. I mean, I think I heard Luke say it on the fan cam, like, some of the shit we've had. I think they've signed about 40 strikers, and I don't think they've scored like 100 goals between them.
1 or 2 have got into double figures.
I think it's 160 goals in 10 years or whatever.
We've bought, right, I'm not going to say he's world class, but we've bought a great goal scorer in Hernandez, and we've turned him into a player that looks like he don't know how to play football. Like, he played well tonight, he had a good decent game tonight, but over the last few weeks he looks lost, and that's not his fault because he's up there on his own.
He's not the sort of player that's not his style. He's not who.
I said earlier, I was speaking to someone in work, and I said, the thing is with our injury list, I said, at Christmas, the kids go and visit our players in hospital. It's not the other way round. You know what I mean? Like, it's true. Like, we've got so many injured. How can you have 15 first teamers injured and then you're still selling players? You're flogging them out the door.
We have every year we get an injury crisis, and every year you go, why is it happening? Why is it happening?
It happens the same every year.
And why? Is it the training? Is it the facilities?
Injuries can't be helped. I mean,
some of the injuries we've got as well. You're talking about Carroll, who's got biscuit legs. You got, but that makes me laugh that you coming into a Premier League season with 22 players and 2 of them are Carroll and Sacco. You can't rely on them. He's gone. We'll talk about him in a second. But you know, Carroll's got biscuit legs. He's got fucking brittle bone disease or something.
I'd like to think that David Sullivan is sitting in that office now and he's working on deals, and I don't want him to go home until tomorrow night 11 o'clock. Okay, he can have a wash here, do whatever he wants. I want him to get deals done. We need players. Even if they brought in 4 players on loan tomorrow, we didn't spend any money, but we brought 4 players in loan, I'd say, all right, fair enough.
Do you know what I think he's sitting in that office doing today? Writing out the "We Tried" memo for the West Ham website. That's what I think he's doing. Sacco's gone. Are we pleased to see the back of him?
Look, the thing is with Sacco is I didn't like his attitude. but I'm not going to knock him as a player. Whatever went on behind the scenes, there's rumours that he wanted to play, but he wasn't allowed to play. And listen, he's gone now, but look, he'll always be in our history. He scored in the last game at the Bowling, so you're always going to hear that name.
Well, he's also
over and over the years.
He's also scored the most consecutive goals from us for his debut. It's like 7 in 7.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. He had all the talent there, but he just something weren't right behind the scenes. I mean, we can sit here and pick bones and say it was his fault, it was Sullivan's fault, it was Big Sam's fault, it was Billich's fault, it was whoever's fault.
His attitude, I'm going to give my opinion. His attitude was disgusting at times. His attitude stunk. There is things going on. I've heard a lot about it's about money, and when you're, to be honest with you, when you're in his position, and I understand this, and I've always go back. I don't like what he's done. I don't like the way he's acted. He makes me feel sick at times. I said to him, get him out the door because he's becoming a negative influence. But what I did say is, if what I've heard is true, and I've been led to believe it is, that the geezer's on £30,000 a week and scoring left, right and centre at the beginning, and then you've got people like Andy Carroll, for instance, who spent three-quarters of his time on the injury table, earning 110 or 100,000 pound a week. Why would you? No, and I've heard also he was promised from the get-go, your wages will increase. They've held him back. I think they've unsettled him on purpose. I don't know why. I don't know why we've held on to him so long.
The thing is, mate, like when he first come in, he was on 15 grand a week or whatever. He went on scoring. They give him a new contract. He went on and scored again, and that's when he sulked the first time. The thing is with him is that when he signed his contract, he was happy to do that.
Yeah.
So you can't moan at what other players are on because he should have said it there and then. When Carroll come in, Carroll was a big name for us. You think he went for he was the British transfer fee at one point, wasn't he, from Newcastle to Liverpool, you know? And then he come in on loan, and then we signed him. He was a big transfer for us. And
he's a Wally.
Yeah, I know he's a Wally, but if he wasn't injured, you know, that's the thing. But he has got injured, and the thing is with Sakho, if he'd have just kept his head down, you know, played football. Listen, players have to sit on the bench sometimes, and players have to be dropped depending on the game.
I'll be honest with you, I don't think he was ever going to be the main man, and I think that might have been one of his gripes as well. Should we start wrapping this up?
Yeah,
because I'm freezing cold.
Let's just hope that we sign some players, mate, because come Brighton, it's going to be. It's all right, mate. We've all had our first WKD once. No, look. You know, we need a win at Brighton, and the thing is, I think sometimes playing away from home suits us. Look at Huddersfield. That was a great day, wasn't it, Gray?
That was a good day.
Great.
It was a good day.
You weren't there. Great day. Dan's going Brighton.
Brilliant. Don't go and follow us on Twitter at West Ham Fan TV, Facebook.com/West Ham Fan TV. Don't forget to check out all the fan cams that we've just done. There's content coming up. Did we do a preview for this? Yeah, right. I didn't see it. Don't forget to go and check out all the. I think I might do a midweek musings tomorrow. 2 weeks on a spin. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, we've got loads of content coming up. We're going to meet someone very special tomorrow. I'm not going to tell you about that until we get it all done and in the can. It's a secret. Anyway, yeah. Thanks very much for joining us. One thing left to say, boys. Come on, you irons.